Hello YouTube, welcome to another video. So in today's episode of Michael's anecdotal life, or Michael's life, is it? How is it? Anecdotes from Michael's life, I guess, would be the best appropriate English term. Grammar, I know it. I live it. Wow, okay, what a start. Anyway, I went to my friend's wedding. He's my oldest childhood friend. We've known each other since 8 years old. One, if you count the fact that our parents took us to the same swimming classes as babies. So yeah, we've known each other for, 25 years now. If I don't count the baby stuff. And we've been friends for 25 years, which is crazy. He's one of probably my best friend. I don't think the term best friend should be used past 11 years old, but that's what he is. So we made a pact a long time ago that when we get married, we're gonna be each other's best men. And then, earlier in the year, he just randomly, after dating this woman for 2 months or 3 months, he goes, "Oh, by the way, I hope our deal still stands because I just asked her to marry me and the wedding's in summer." I was like, "Oh, okay, cool, I'll be there." So yeah, that was interesting. More on that later. But yeah, I know I touched up in the last video in terms of how fucked up the travel to get here was, but let me just actually get into the details of it, right? So Sunday, 2 weeks ago, whatever. Sunday morning, 6 a.m. flight. So 3 a.m. I'm leaving the house to fly from Barranquilla, which is a coast city, to Medellin, still in Colombia, right? I come in Saturday, midday, whatever, get my Airbnb. I have 2 days. So I have Sunday, the rest of Sunday and Monday. And then Monday morning, Tuesday, afternoon, I have my flight from Medellin to Bogota, and then a 5-hour wait, and then from Bogota to London. So I had day and a half or 2 days, I guess, and then I still didn't have a suit. By the way, I didn't have stuff to wear for the wedding. I didn't want to buy it early because I'd have to drag it. It was extra weight to drag around in the suitcases, which they care about the weight, so it would have cost me more money. So I was waiting. And then I was in Poblado, the best area. So I was I can find something here for sure, for cheap as well, because obviously Colombian pesos. Well, you can find it, but as it turns out, they just don't have clothes big enough for people like me. They just don't have for big white guys, I guess because Colombians or just South Americans are just the small people. In general, they're just smaller in frame. So they're just you come in, you walk in, they'll give me 2XL and you can't fit into it. It's ridiculous. So yeah, I didn't find anything there because either they didn't have what I needed, because I didn't want a full suit, I just needed a vest. And I just needed trousers, a vest, a shirt, a tie. That was it. So I got that, I wanted that, but they didn't have vests most places, or they just didn't have my size above. So that was great. So I didn't get it. So anyway, Tuesday afternoon, I'm leaving Medellin to go Bogota. Then I'm waiting around in the airport. I'm already waiting for 5 hours because my Airbnb finished 11. I didn't need to leave until 4. So yeah, 5 hours of wait there. Then 1 hour flight. Then another 5 hours of wait on the Bogota airport. To then fly to London because it was an overnight flight. It was Tuesday night. We arrived Wednesday afternoon because obviously it's an 11-hour flight plus another 6 hours time shift ahead, so it was basically 17 hours. So I got back Wednesday evening. I stayed with my friends, the one guys that was in the house that I was living with before I left. They let me stay in the living room for a bit. I don't know if you can see him, but there's Max here, still with me, isn't he? He's sleeping like the fat boy that he is. He's so fat. He was so tiny when I got him. Now he's so fat. It's ridiculous. I say that every time, but it still surprises me just how fat he is. Anyway, that's what we get for cutting his balls off, isn't it? Isn't it? It's what happens when you have low testosterone and high estrogen. You just get fat. I'll put him on TRT. Imagine trying to fucking inject the cat with human testosterone. Jesus. I'm morbidly curious what that would do, but I'm not gonna try, don't worry. I'm not a fucking psycho. Also, he would never allow me to pin him, ever. So he doesn't even let me touch him from the neck down. So, yeah. Yeah, so I'm in London, and Wednesday evening I was so exhausted because obviously sleeping on a plane does fuck all. Maybe a few business, but I wasn't. So, there sleeping was just not happening. Yeah, and I had Thursday to basically get the stuff because the wedding was on Saturday and I was flying Friday morning, sorry. So I didn't have time. I was going to just go in and get out pretty much with the wedding thing. So I had Thursday to run to the shopping mall in London, which, so much for getting it cheap because in there I was going to be the most expensive of all of it. And I got some stuff and it cost me. But to be fair, it's nice to have like some nice clothes like that, just in case. I don't think I'm going to be going to any wedding anytime soon. I have like 3 friends and one just got married. The other 2, one's not getting married. He just lives with his woman and their kids. And the other one, same, they will get married, but it's not going to be for years. So, yes, by that time, I'm not going to fit into those clothes. But it's still cool. Anyway, so I got that after full day. I had to run around a shopping, I was in Westfield in East London. So I got it, but then they had to get my pants altered because naturally, as always for us buying these kind of things, you need size 100 over the legs, but then size nothing over the waist. So they had to do it for me. So I had to go home, and it's like half an hour on a tube. I had to go home, stay there for a couple of hours, go back, get it back, come back, and it was a whole thing, exhausting as fuck. Obviously, sleeping on a blow-up mattress is not the best quality, so the sleep was shit. And then after another night, I think we went to bed at like midnight because I was just hanging out with the guys, telling them stories and stuff. And then 2 a.m. I had to get up for my 3 a.m. because the flight was at 6 a.m. So I had to, 3, I had to leave to be there for my Uber, to be there at 4, and then the whole thing. So then I was basically awake for like 3 days straight because I did that. I fly to Prague. From Prague, I went here to my hometown, which is across the entire fucking country. 4 hours on a train, on a speed train. So we got there and I just dropped my stuff off. I had one meal, a shit, because I didn't want to do it on a train. And then I took right another train to go to his town, which is like, here's Prague, here's my town, here's his town. So it was like in the middle. So I had to like go past it, go back. And then Friday night, I just got there. We just sorted some stuff. I think he just picked me up from the train station. And we got there, and then, a lot of stress, around the wedding. And then Saturday, the wedding comes. And it was pretty cool. Like, it was a small one. I think there was like 18 people total, not even. Because, he's like me. He doesn't, he has a couple of friends. I was basically the only one there. It was his parents. On his side, it was just his parents and me. That was it. And on her side, she just had, her parents weren't there because her mother was very ill. And her sister didn't get a visa because they're from a different country. So it was just her, and she had a bunch of friends, and all of the friends had like husbands and their kids with them. I was like all of them. So like 4 friends, 4 girlfriends of hers, all with husbands, all with kids. I was the only single person there in the entire wedding, right? So when the bride wasn't even throwing the fucking cake because there was no point. So my friend was throwing it, and it was just like, I might as well just like fucking smash it at him because he's the only one. But then the organizer was like, she was like, okay, since he's the only one, let's the other guys join, and if they win or if they catch it, they're just gonna have like extra prosperity or another kid or whatever. So there was just one guy who came up. So it was just 2 of us. And he just looks at me like, do you need it? I'm like, not really. I'd rather not. He goes, okay, never mind. I got you. So then when he came in, he just caught it. and he went, all right, I'll have extra money or kid or whatever. So he saved me. So I'm not gonna have to get married within a year. But yeah, that was kind of hilarious. But you know, the ceremony was cool. I had to sign the document, right? Because that's what you do. So there's my paper on his marriage, my signature on his marriage. It was fun, and then obviously the aftermath, you have the feast, I guess, which again, more eating shit. And at that point, I was fucked. Like after the month, and then just eating like that, you know, it was like it was good stuff, but then, you know, you have all of those like pies and cakes and sweet stuff and, you know, everything. And it was just like my digestion was cooked at that point. So I was running to the toilet every couple of hours. Like I would just eat a bit and then get bloated and go shit and then come back and eat a bit and get bloated and go shit. And it was just like this. But I couldn't not eat because I was just really like, my stomach was also upset because it was empty. So it was this vicious cycle. And every time he couldn't find me, he was like, "You taking a shit?" He was messaging me, "You taking a shit?" "Yep." He goes, "All right, cool." Like it was like this. I went like 3 times in that because it was, you know, from 1 p.m. to 1 a.m. or something. So yeah. And then next day I resurrected myself because obviously we're drinking. And I went back home to my parents' house and I've been here since. And yeah, my body's just been craving just peace. Just regular eating, regular stuff to eat, a little bit of structure, a little bit of movement, and sleep. I know, a regular schedule. Also, I forgot to mention, on the way, on the train rides or whatever, like because of the whole travel, I got ill. So I was originally going to start Monday right after the wedding, but I couldn't because I got ill. So I had to wait another week before I start training. So I only started this Tuesday as of this recording. I only started yesterday. So yeah, that was great. But yeah, anyway, I'm here now. I'm just eating normal. There's actually a lot of joy in my boring routine right now. I'm just working, training, and that's it. And I'm fine with it. Last weekend, I just gamed for 2 days straight. I mean, I did a little bit of work in the morning, but then I just gamed. You know, after like, again, 3 months plus 4 months, after 4 months of, you know, of doing just all kinds of stuff, I was able to sit down and do a little gaming, and that was beautiful. It was so peaceful and beautiful. Just monster in one hand, mouse in the other, and just doing fucking gaming. It was mwah, chef's kiss. It was beautiful. I'm gonna do the same this weekend. Well, maybe. I have some stuff to do, but provided I can finish everything by Friday, I will do this again this weekend. And it will be glorious. Next video, it's going to be a training video in the gym again, because there's no footage from that gym yet, because I've only started a YouTube channel after moving from here back to London, so you don't have any. So I'm gonna do that, show you around a bit, and then, you know, talk about what my training looks like, how's the recovery gonna be, what my physique is at the moment, what, you know, that kind of stuff. So yeah, we shall correct that. And I will see you in the next one.